it's Lee, and today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful ornaments using acrylic pour painting. I'm also going to leave a link down in the description box to my ornament playlist so you can see all of the ornaments I've made through the years. Okay, so the paints I'm going to be using today are the Craft Smart, what is it called? Metallic Gold. It just says metallic paint, but it's gold. Oh, it says gold right there. I'm using Folk Art Metallic Christmas Green, Folk Art Metallic Bright Red, and Craft Smart Metallic White Pearl. You don't have to use all metallics, it's just what I was going for. You can mix it up, use whatever you like. So to my cups I have added the paint, and how much paint you use depends on how many ornaments you're going to make. I have some of this Mod Podge in gloss, and I'm going to add, okay, so I have a tiny bit of paint. I'm going to add about half as much Mod Podge as I have paint. I put a little too much Mod Podge in that one. Next, I'm going to be adding some of this Flood Floetrol. Again, just about the same amount of paint you added. It's, you know, we'll fix it in a minute. Gonna stir all these up and see what I need to do from there. All right, as you can see, they're all a little too thick, some thicker than others. This I actually added way too much Floetrol to, so I'm gonna have to add a little more paint. So let me do that. And then you want to add just enough water to get them to a pourable consistency. Start slow, only put in a little. That works. Now I should say, I'm no expert on this. This is just the way I do it. If you want to learn other ways, or probably the right way to mix paint, go ahead and search that on YouTube. Try Anne-Marie Ritterhoff, Christina Welch, yeah, Michelle Edhouse. I think it's McE Art. That one's super thick. There are a lot of people who really know what they're doing out there, who can help you with it. But this is just how I do it, and it works for me. Good. It's a little thick, but it'll be all right. I'm gonna add a little more Floetrol to this one. All right, still a little thick, but I think I'm gonna leave it that way rather than put too much water in it. So I decided to go ahead and add in a little bit of this Apple Barrel Red Apple that is not metallic, as well as just some plain white. That also is not metallic. So let me get this all set up and we'll start pouring. Okay, so I bought these porcelain ornaments at AC Moore. I used to be able to find them at Michael's. This year I didn't see them anywhere. Just want to take the cap off. You can also probably find them on Amazon, and if I can find them, I will link them down below. Then I got these little floral foam cubes at the dollar store, as well as this little piece of styrofoam. And these dowel rods came, or dowels, whatever they're called, came in a pack of 10 or 15 from the dollar store. So I'm going to put this on here. There are a few different ways you can do this. You can do clean pour, which I'll try to do one of each to show you. So I'll start with a clean pour. A clean pour is where you take each color separately and pour it over the ball. Now, one thing I will say is if it's wet around the whole thing, the paint will sort of flow over it a little better. So I'm going to start with a little bit of that plain white. And then I'm just going to help it along. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to kind of be wet. All right. So this one I'll do a straight pour. All right, I'm gonna start with a little bit of the green. Then the pearl white. And a little bit of gold. And a little bit of regular white. A little bit of the metallic red. I'll give that a second to drip down, and what you see here is so pretty, but you can't really use it for anything. All right, I'm gonna help this along. It's not flowing. Check. All right, I think it needs a little more green. Let's try this. A little more metallic white. Oops, I didn't get any on there. Pearl, I think it's called, actually. A little bit of the gold. No, I don't like the gold. A little bit of the regular red. A little more of the green. Just checking to make sure it's all covered. And actually, you don't have to cover them completely. You can do it however you want. All right. So I'm going to set this one aside. The pattern will keep changing as the paint flows down the ornament. So I'm going to set this aside and come back to it later. Okay, so here's ornament number 2, and for this one I'm going to do a dirty pour. Again, before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of paint on here and kind of wipe it all around. So a dirty pour is you pour all the paints into a cup and pour them over the top. So let's start with a tiny bit of the regular white. Some metallic red. Some metallic white. Some of the green, also metallic. Whoops, I missed. Gold. And then I'm just going to start over with all the colors. And then I'm just going to pour it over the top. Kind of swirl it. Check to see that it's all right. And that's all there is to this one. Pull it up a little closer so you can see. I'm gonna set it aside and let that dry. This third ornament, I'm just gonna be doing in red, white, and gold because that's what my tree is. So that's kind of what I want. So I'm gonna start with the non-metallic white. I'm just gonna pour it over the top. And then I'm gonna do another straight pour with red. This is metallic. Metallic white. Regular red. And some of the gold. Now I'm going to swirl it on like I did the first one. All right, now I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to bring it up so you can see it and let it dry. For the third one, I'm going to attempt a tree ring pour-ish with just the gold, red, and white because that's what I want on my tree. So I'm just going to fill this cup with, actually I'm going to start off by putting the white on the ornament. So I'm going to start off with some white, red, All right, well, I was trying to get it to sit up a little straighter, but this is the best we're gonna get, I guess. So I'm just going to pour this as stably as I can over the top. All right. It's pretty much all covered, so now I'm just gonna let that sit and dry as well. Okay, so here's a close-up of what they look like right now, and then I will be back tomorrow or the next day when they're dry to show you how they look. Right now, this one is my favorite, and I don't know if it's showing up on camera just how pretty it is. It looks like marble. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow to show you what these look like when they're dry. Okay, so here they are a few days later. Actually, I didn't get back to them right away, so they are definitely completely dry. I believe that this one is one of my favorites. Turned out so pretty. And then this one actually turned out pretty as well. And this one, actually, the one I thought I wasn't going to like, I think it turned out beautiful. I love this one. So pretty. And then this one, I don't really care for. It's the one where I mixed everything together into a dirty pour. Yeah, I don't really care for it. One thing I will say, the reason these are a little bit shiny is, like I said before, is the gloss Mod Podge. Adding that in really helps with the shine. You can also, I'm not going to do this because I'm keeping them for myself, but you can spray them with a clear acrylic glaze, and that way it'll bring out more of the shine and it will protect them a little more so the paint doesn't chip off. But like I said, since I'm keeping these for myself, I'm not going to bother doing that. So I am going, whoops, I missed. So I'm going to put the caps back on these and I will show you what they look like. So here they are, ready to hang on the tree. I forgot to mention that the metallic paint also helps with the shininess. Sorry about the dog. So yeah, I do recommend using the metallic paints as well. So if you try this idea, please make sure you take a picture and tag me on one of my social media accounts. They will be listed in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm also going to leave a link to the playlist of all of the ornaments I've made through the years so that you can go check those out and maybe you'll find something else you'd like to make. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook at Lee'sHome05. Thanks for watching. Bye.